What is good, Tesla family? It's your boy Ray J back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla and why I'm extremely bullish for the near-term and long-term futures. I'm also going to talk about what on earth is going on with the stock market today, as there are some big pieces of news that you need to pay attention to. I'm also going to talk about what on earth Elon Musk just said quite recently, what pieces of news are coming out that make me super excited for Tesla's future. And I'm going to end the video by talking about what Elon Musk just tweeted about. He has a big tweet that just came out that makes me super excited, and he did say some other things, as you can see in the latest interview. He did mention some things at Tesla's Gigafactory. So there are some big things that just came out that I'm going to talk about. But before I do talk about them, I do have to mention a couple of things. First off, I'm not a financial, legal, or taxation expert, so don't take this as financial, legal, or taxation advice. Everything in this video is solely for entertainment purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash that like button if you want to see more videos like this, and not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link in the description. They are currently doing an iPhone 13 Pro giveaway for anyone that signs up. So if you do sign up, you're going to get basically nominated to be part of this giveaway to get an iPhone 13 Pro. And also, you're going to get up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Tesla, it is absolutely crushing it right now. If we look at the one-day chart, it started off at around, what is that, $1,000 a share, 1,032. It ran all the way up to about 1,053. It dropped to 1,026. It ran up once again to 1,057, and we closed at 1,051, looking really good today. So why is Tesla in the green? Well, this is obviously in response to what happened yesterday. It obviously dipped like crazy because of the FUD that was spreading about the new probe that came out from the SEC. But despite that, it's looking pretty good right now. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about Tesla right now. I'm going to talk about it in a couple of minutes. But right now, we need to talk about the overall stock market, because this affects Tesla heavily, believe it or not. So the S&P 500 is up 2.07%. If I bring up the 3-month chart, you can see that it looks like it's beginning to recover, and it's looking pretty good, especially right here. Then if you look at the NASDAQ is showing the exact same thing. It was up about 3.03% again. So what is going on with the market? Are we on full-on capitulation mode? And it appears the answer is yes. We're about to be recovering. We're recovering right now. But remember, there's always the possibility that some pieces of news that could cause this to drop a little bit. So there is some uncertainty. However, if you ignore the uncertainty, we're still in what I expect to be a bullish market. I think the bull cycle is continuing, and I think the market is looking pretty good right now, especially after what the news is showing. So the news is basically going crazy as usual. It's going crazy about the Omicron variant, inflation, the Fed, all these things going on. But despite that, the S&P is obviously killing it. The NASDAQ is killing it. It's not affecting stocks like it used to. That's a very good sign. Now, I don't want to just, tell you guys that this is all just FUD, so to speak. Obviously, I do think Omicron is exaggerated, and the other things are just being exaggerated and trying to scare people. But inflation definitely could be something that we are concerned about. So like I said before, overall, the market is on the verge of recovery. It's looking pretty good, but there are some ifs and buts that could cause it to drop just a little bit here and there, or at least have high volatility. But as of right now, we're not seeing that, even though there is some threats involving inflation, even though the latest Fed meetings are coming up on the 14th and 15th of December, and we're going to find out what happens with the debt ceiling as well. So there is still uncertainty. But besides that, if nothing bad happens, so to speak, we're most definitely going to continue running up, and we should see a very good December rally. Now, that's going to affect Tesla, because Tesla's looking really good. We should see a good recovery as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if we continue from this point on. So from the one-day perspective, if I bring up some Bollingers, this is also indicative, because we were touching the upper band for the large majority of the day. And look at this very strong closing, well above the 1 standard deviation away, or the upper band. We did really well right now, and this is a sign that Tesla is ready to run. It's ready to see some recovery, because it was dropped way too low. Here's another indicator of that. From the 6-month chart, guys, look at some CCI data. You can see that Tesla is undervalued right now compared to where it was before. It's currently undervalued relative to before. Now, looking at the last 2 indicators I'm going to talk about real quick before I go on with what Elon Musk said and the news, you could see RSI is currently at around 45.65, which is pretty strong in my opinion. You could see that Tesla's kind of bouncing up in terms of its moving averages. It's doing pretty good right now, and the MACD right now is indicating that Tesla is on the verge of finding its bottom and maybe even recovering from here. So my point is, the many indicators I'm talking about are showing that Tesla's looking pretty good. I'm not going to go into too much more detail from here because I have to talk about the news. But right now, it's looking pretty good. Right now, it's showing strength, and I'm very excited. So basically, what I'm going to talk about is this right here. As you can see, Elon Musk got a haircut. It looks really, really cool. And he was on video today answering a lot of questions. And you guys can see he did say some big things that I think are very, very important for Tesla. So I'm going to talk about those today. But I forgot to mention one last thing. So for the overall market, right now there's less fear now compared to before. That's a very good sign, and it's basically going more to the greedy side, which is once again another indicator that the market is showing good recovery, especially after some things Elon Musk just said. He did say some good things that are promising. I'm going to get on with them. So right here, first off, a piece of news came out that Tesla is going to be releasing a Model 3 police patrol car test right now. We're going to see how that's going to go out as they have the test coming out. And we think that this looks very, very promising, especially in places of Europe. And I'm not quite sure if this is going to become a thing for the short term future, but for the long term, I definitely see how this could actually play out, especially as they're becoming more popular in the UK. So imagine, guys, you're on the streets and you see sirens going on and you see a police car that's actually a Tesla. I think that could be really cool. They have really good acceleration. It could be very, very awesome. So I'm just putting it out there. This would be a very good piece of news. This is something very promising, and I think this has a lot of potential. Now, Elon Musk himself stated this right over here. On the call, he stated that the Tesla bot could solve many labor shortages, but there's no clear timeline yet. Right now, they're still trying to accumulate as many engineers as they possibly can. They're trying to really improve it as much as they can too. But they are noting that right now, to have the humanoid part, they need to develop more actuators and sensors. So right now it's still something that they're working on. It's not perfect right now, but Elon Musk did talk about how this is very profound and why he thinks it's going to be very, very good for a potential labor shortage, because he did talk about the fact that, and this is what he said, I'm not making this claim, you're free to disagree or agree. He did say that labor shortage could become a big problem as less and less people may be born in civilized countries, so to speak. So once again, he does talk about how he wants robots to help improve the world. But in my eyes, guys, this is actually a big step for innovation. It's very cool, and it's also going to improve Tesla, so to speak. So this interview with Elon Musk really, really, really exemplifies this. Now, looking at this right over here, Elon Musk also said something else. I'm not going to go into any details about this because I don't want to get political, but he did state that he does not support the latest government spending, or like the government spending money on electric vehicles. And you guys can totally see why he's doing that, why he may not be doing that. Obviously, he thinks that there are many reasons, okay? And my lesson to you guys is, although I'm not going to go into full details and pick a side because I don't like to get political, I want to let you guys know something. Sometimes headlines could make someone look really bad, but that's not always the truth, because there's always going to be an opportunity cost to someone's decision. Could it be that Elon Musk does not want the government to spend money on electric vehicles because he doesn't want more government spending during these hard times? Could it be because he sees inflation as a concern and he wants less government spending? There could be all sorts of reasons behind this claim. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail because Elon Musk didn't go into full detail about why. He just thinks that there's a big federal deficit and other things like that. And he doesn't necessarily find himself in support of latest bills, especially from the current administration. And this is just what he said. Once again, I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm not making that claim. I'm not giving my opinion. I'm just putting it out there. This is what Elon Musk said, and this does have merits because this will affect Tesla's share price in some way. It definitely can. And I definitely just want to put it out there. So this is what Elon Musk said. You could think whatever you want, but I'm just putting it out there. Also, there is a lot of pieces of news coming out involving how people could play video games on Teslas while the car is on motion. And this is leading to some concern here and there. I'm not going to make any claims about that, but I do want to let you guys know that that is basically possible. You can be playing video games while your Tesla is on full self-driving beta mode or on autopilot. And to me, that some people say that's concerning, other people think it's really cool. And I definitely think that it's a little bit of both. I definitely think that people should be very careful. Like anyone that drives a Tesla or any car, so to speak, should be very, very careful. Now, the problem with this is the media tends to give only one side and just say it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. But there could be good that comes out of this. And my main concern and thesis is that people should just be as safe as possible. That's the main priority. Now, once again, the media is just going crazy. They're just trying to attack Tesla with it. They're talking about how you could play solitaire on it. And Once again, to me, I think it's a really cool feature, but people just need to be very careful, especially as these things are available. Just always be very careful. That's the main thing to be looking at. But anyways, I'm going to talk about a big tweet from Elon Musk. For those of you who are questioning this idea, check this out right over here. Elon Musk is right here, okay? He stated exactly in response to this tweet. And this is a very significant tweet. James Stephenson, I apologize if I said his name wrong. He basically stated that this is something that you guys need to pay attention to. I'm going to open it just like this. And he stated this. He converted Tesla's safety report numbers. Then he compared them to traffic accidents per thousands. And look at this right over here. I want to try to open this as large as possible. Let me see if I could do that for you guys. There we go. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay. So this is the accidents per 1,000 drivers per year. This is on average in the USA. You can see that there's tons of accidents per 1,000 people, 24.8. And this represents basically per 1,000 drivers. A Tesla without autopilot or active safety, it tends to be 12.3. 12.3 for every 1,000. Then Teslas with active safety but no autopilot, 5.9 only. Then watch this. Tesla with autopilot engaged is only 2.9. Do you guys see this? Okay. I kind of hit these numbers on the very top. This is the average for an average car in the USA per 1,000 drivers. You get 24.8 accidents per 1,000 drivers. Tesla will only get 2.9, 2.9 when autopilot is engaged. Just think about that. Think about how safe these cars are. That's why Elon Musk replied with an exactly tweet. And I'm just putting it out there. This is the future, believe it or not. You may not trust the Tesla yet. And I will admit they're not perfect yet, but they are improving every single day. And this is also based off, they took these numbers based off of 12,000 miles driven per vehicle per year. And once again, very good estimate. There's a lot of truth behind these claims, and they make me very excited because Tesla's improving as time progresses. And I do see another bullish cycle perpetuating. So, what do I think is going to play out for Tesla? This is exactly what I just told you. I told you that the SPY and the NASDAQ, they look like they're recovering now. They're entering this recovery phase. If I bring up the, let's see, 3 month chart, like I said, we can see this kind of V-like shape recovery. It's kind of like a W, but kind of like a V at the same time. And we should expect a pretty bullish end of this year. Now, I did mention that it's not 100% guaranteed because of the fact that there is uncertainty involving inflation, but I do want to put it out there that I expect it to continue as of right now. And I do expect the same thing for Tesla. I do expect Tesla to see a lot more green. And we should see this thing run right back up to around 1100 very soon. Now, with that said, guys, thank you for listening. And once again, it's not guaranteed because of the uncertainty, but right now I do expect that it's a lot more probable for Tesla to start running up starting tomorrow and the next upcoming weeks. But once again, if there is some kind of nuance, if there is some kind of bad piece of news, don't let yourself be scared. A lot of people just panic sold when they saw Tesla drop and then they missed this recovery. Be very careful. I'm not giving financial advice. You could trade however you want. You could sell or buy whenever you want. You could get puts or, calls or whatever you want. But all I want to let you guys know is that you should be careful, be mindful, and learn to be an intelligent investor. Thank you for listening, guys. I really wish everyone the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Tesla's going to the moon, and it has all the potential in the world. Thank you, and peace out.